Alrighty, everybody. We're here for another live stream from the site of Christmas Central 2019. This will either go wonderful or be another total disaster. I'm actually going to go ahead and check YouTube to confirm that I am online. And if I am, which it looks like I am, then we can get started pretty shortly. Gonna wait for all those lovely fans of mine before we get started. Now, some of you may know what this is about, some of you might not. I teased it a few days ago, and obviously the title should tell you all you need to know. But this is the day that I revealed the official 2019 Christmas logo. The Christmas logo, of course, is like one of my big checkpoints. It's where, where the Christmas season really gets its visual identity. And so from this day on, and, just in general, this will be the logo that represents Christmas 2019, which is, of course, an ultimate Christmas of mine. So you can imagine the kind of pressure that I had. All right, not only am I live, I'm getting audio feedback from hearing myself. So obviously there was a bit of pressure designing this one. So just for, the heck of it, I thought it would be kind of cool to look at some of my past logos. Of course, we have, going back a couple of years here, make sure. Picture, but for those of you who don't know, this is what I look like. So hello. And yeah, no, that was Christmas 17, but that's kind of old news. So let's oh, I forgot, every time I type it's gonna do that. Quick. Is there sound now? I think I know why. Ah, that's stupid. Alright, I know what I'll have to do then. Also, if you talk, we don't hear you. Well, yeah, I know that. But there's sound when I just have my video. Oh, this is dumb. Alright, well, I can already guess why. Because unlike when I do gaming stuff and I go through my webcam through the Elgato, and then I use the what is it? No, I use the webcam for when I talk, or I use my microphone for when I talk, and then I use the gaming video for that audio. And I'm currently plugged into a video camera, which is now doing the video and audio. So when I switch to the logo, it's taking out my video and audio. That's basically what's happening. So when I do show the 2019 logo, I'll just have to show it and let you look at it before I switch back to talk about it. That's the only way I'm going to do it. So we got one viewer, who may or may not be from Germany, but I could wait a couple more minutes, but I really doubt anyone else is coming. 2019. 2019, the year we celebrate the 20-year anniversary of this guy right here, the Sega Dreamcast. So how do I make a logo that, it's not just like a homage, it's not just like a rip-off of a bunch of logos, but actually like an all-new logo? Well, tell you what, since you're the only one here, and I'm just going to do this right now. Are you ready? This is the official 2019 Christmas logo right here. Did you say a toaster? This is not a toaster, okay? This is not a toaster. This, okay, there's actually something in here. There's actually a crazy taxi game in here. But no, alright, I showed it pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and officially engage this thing. Alright, if we're ready, since you won't be able to hear me in a second. Alright, so hopefully you got a good look at that. Christmas 2019 logo. A lot of visual references here, some subtle, some not so subtle. I really like the shape of this. I came up with this, believe it or not, I work at Staples as a cashier, and sometimes I'm a cashier, and, well, thank you. I appreciate you liking it. I actually came up with this shape during one of my shifts at work. I drew it on a sticky note. I was like, because I knew something that I wanted, and I'm going to explain that in a second, but then I was like, well, how do I want it to be, like square, circle? I came up with kind of these edges here, because I thought it was like very gaming-like, kind of like a controller, although I don't think this would make a very good controller. But the toaster that Beck so affectionately refers to it as, the toaster was a big influence on this. You'll notice circle, triangle, logo, circle, triangle. That was not a coincidence. So the big Dreamcast reference right there. I actually thought about making the line more pronounced, but then I thought it'd be too obvious. I think it's a cool shape even without explaining it like that. And then on the sides here, this was part of a school project that I reinvented. These little like saw blade things are actually a direct reference to Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure would use these little blue saw blades, obviously to represent Sonic, on certain stages, except now they're white, kind of meant to look more like snowflakes. And if you want to get really specific, the texturing here is actually very reminiscent of Sonic Adventure, kind of that like gritty sky background. There's even like a background of a city that I very rough sketched. There are a couple other graphics that I made that I'm not going to show today. They're kind of just very specific graphics that are also these saw blades, but they have different things written in them. So for the main shapes, I put the Christmas tree, which is like kind of an oil painting style, and I did this like kind of ornament, also kind of an oil painting type of deal. And what I really liked, because you guys are probably wondering, well, 10-year anniversary of 2009, where are the 2009 references? Well, besides the Christmas tree itself, the Christmas lights going across the top, left to right, and then this little snowflake here, I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but the little snowflake here is actually, it actually is the 2009 Christmas logo resketched. So the 2009 Christmas logo, which I don't have on me right now, was a snowflake. It was a red and green snowflake. It looked very much like this. I changed this a little bit. And what's kind of cool and kind of playful about this is when I remade the 2009 snowflake, I actually have the lights kind of hooking around it like it's a piece of metal or something. So I've got the Christmas lights going from here to the middle. Well, you can see. But yeah, the centerpiece actually is a modified 2009 Christmas logo. So that was my way of honoring 2009. And of course the bigger shape being Dreamcast reference, the background being green. Could be a Chaos Emerald type of texture, but it's also red and green or Christmas colors, so it works on a number of levels. I didn't want it, like I said before, I didn't want it to just be like, look, it's the Dreamcast. I wanted it to be like my own thing. Originally, I had thought about doing, like gold and silver emblems, like 20 years, 10 years. And I was like, nah, because then it's going to get too dated. Like, I'm going to look at it next year and go, why did I put 20 years and 10 years on this? Like, I wanted it to be something that could stand out all time. Now, the font choice is very interesting. You guys may have noticed, maybe not, if anyone pays attention to my teasers, I've been using a different font in my teasers. All the ones that say 2019 in this big bold font. That was a fake out. That font does not appear anywhere on this logo, and that was done intentionally. The font on this logo, if you look really closely, Bex probably gets this, maybe not. Just, it's kind of hard to see the font. Let me go back to the, just the picture of the logo real quick. Okay, so Bex and other gamers may understand why I went with that font. If not, I'll make it a little more obvious. Sega. Yeah. So I didn't want to use straight Sega font because Sega font is very unreadable if you write anything but Sega in it. How do I know? I've tried. Ever try writing Bobby Gaines in Sega font? You can't read it. So this isn't Sega font. This is a modified Sega font. It's got less edges. It's got less, well, everything, plus it's not blue. So, yes, it's the toaster. It's the Sega toaster. What are you, like 3 minutes behind me on this stream? Like I already showed the Dreamcast. But no, my Sega toaster. And obviously the font's not a direct one-to-one, nor did I want it to be, of the Sega font. But it's got that kind of strong outline style to it. And yes, like I saw Bex commented, a lot of thought did go into this. This was a big Christmas logo for me. I didn't want to make it too much. Like, I didn't want to just, like, throw everything at it. Originally, I was going to put more of a metal texture on the front or the back, but that's not really Christmassy. Like, it's like maybe robot Christmassy, but metal is not really a Christmas material, even though there's metal in my Christmas setup. And there's even metal on the frame that it's in. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Some things I can't really explain. Like, I sat here and explained all this to you guys, and some of it I just put there because it looked cool. So I'm not gonna lie, you know, like, I like these little fins here because they look cool. It's not a reference to anything. It's just, it looks kind of cool. So, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. If anybody has any questions or any comments before I wrap this up, I'll go ahead and do that. I don't know. I just heard the voice say yes, but I don't know if that was related to the stream or not. I see we got 2 viewers, so somebody's hiding in the back. Yeah, no, that is the official 2019 Christmas logo. I'll just show it big screen one more time. Well, thank you. Thank you. It is pretty. It is pretty good, if I do say so myself. Surprisingly did not take me as long as past logos. A lot of years I go around and around in circles on this, and I never actually, I mean, obviously I get to a conclusion, but I end up being kind of like, eh. You know, one year, I think it was 2017, trying to pick the blue for the logo was like going to Home Depot and trying to find the paint color. Like, I could not, for the life of me, get the blue I wanted. Finally I did, but it was after just so many shades of blue I had to go through. This really came together fast. In fact, this came together beginning of October, one night, like, I think it was like October 3rd or 4th. The shape was the hardest part, and then after that, it was just a matter of adding some of the background stuff. And, you know, it literally was, like I mentioned before, I started with a circle. I went into Illustrator, I drew a circle that big and a triangle. I did the merge feature, and then I added all this other stuff. So that was my basis. I don't know if the proportions are exact to this, but that was kind of the inspiration behind it. That was always meant to be the inspiration behind it. Since my logos usually have some kind of curve and jagged edge to them, I figured why not use that in the same way. Honestly, I really like this logo. I stopped short of saying it's my best logo. I really don't know what my best logo is. They're all kind of really different. So, again, you know, Christmas 2019 is coming. I've had this logo out for a little while. Someday soon, you'll see it in more videos, and you'll see it, you'll see these little saw blades maybe as different things. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and announce that there will be another live stream, and I'm going to also make a trailer for it, but there will be another live stream that will be on Thursday, this coming Thursday, November 7th, about 5 o'clock, and that's going to be a Christmas Central live stream, part 2. Oh, I see we got a 3rd viewer. And for Christmas Central's part 2, we're going to do some really cool stuff. We're actually going to decorate this thing here right next to me. You can't see it on camera, but the etagere that I put all the lights on. We're going to put the Christmas houses up. We're going to put some of the new toys I've got. A lot of fun stuff. Even I don't know what's going to happen because I got to go through some of these boxes and, you know, start organizing things. And that's kind of the biggest deal. So Christmas Central Livestream 2 is going to be a big one. Yeah, that just rolls right off the tongue, right? Christmas Central Livestream Part 2. It's coming to a theater near you. Well, we got 3 viewers, so I'm happy to see that. I'm happy that Bex came along for the ride and maybe 2 other people. I don't think YouTube really does bots. I think there might actually be 2 people watching this. So for the 2 people that just showed up, who, you know, want to get their money's worth, that's the logo. I'm not holding it straight. It's okay. I'm kind of looking at myself mirrored. Like I'm not. It's weird. So yeah, up 2 viewers. 1 dropped out. They saw the logo. They said, nope, hate you. You suck. All right, fine, I suck. But now, what doesn't suck is Christmas 2019 and the fact that I will be back in less than 2 days. Right back here, Christmas Central, same time, a little earlier, actually a little earlier time, same place. More lighting, more Christmas Village stuff. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have Christmas music. YouTube is going to flag us for the Christmas music, even though you can barely hear it. They're going to say I stole from Bobby Helms or something, but they don't seem to mind that I played Thriller for like 5 minutes. So, yeah, no, that is all I got. So, hope you guys enjoyed the logo. Plenty of more that you'll be seeing of it. So, I will talk to you soon. Hopefully see you for live stream part 2 on Thursday. for right now, this is Bobby Gaines signing out. Merry Christmas.